Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday, July 24th, 2023. I'm going to go through my stock scans here, see how the day went. And actually, let's start with situational awareness. Starting on Thursday of last week, we started to have a pullback in the market. I sold a lot of my positions, almost all of them on Thursday, and sat out Friday pretty much because I think the market's going to maybe chop around or go sideways for a little bit. I did make some new buys today, which I'll go over with you. But on the situational awareness, let's take a look. We do see that my first indicator is bearish. 497 is above 371. Bullish, bullish, bullish. All the other ones are still bullish though. Second set of breadth indicators. First one, this is the shortest term indicator. This is bearish, and then they kind of go out to the longer term, and those are all still bullish. So we've had a little bit of a pullback the past couple days. I'm mostly in cash, and we'll see what happens as we go. This is the market summation for the NASDAQ. T20 108 is 74% of stocks are above their 40-day moving average. The NASDAQ is pulling back to the 10-week moving average. The 5 is still above the 10. Sorry, this is the daily. Let me go back. Pulling back to the 5-week EMA. Still showing RSI power with the RSI indicator on the NASDAQ above 70. Stochastics are still above 80 and overbought. MACD still bullish. Weekly still looks bullish. 10-day moving average is above the 20. We're holding on to the 10. RSI 21 is above 50. This is starting to point down. VIX is still below 20. So we'll see what happens here. I do like that even though we've pulled back a couple days, that we're still above this resistance zone, and hopefully this will turn into support and we'll just start another leg up here. But the market has run quite a bit. We ran into resistance pretty close to this high here. So I bought 3 smaller positions today, and that's all I'm holding. All right, let's go over the power stock scan. Make sure it's sorted right. Okay. Dollar volume is only 6 million. Too small. This one's running already. NVIDIA pulling back to the 20 here. We'll see what happens now that it's hit, right around the 20. You can see some of these stocks pulling back. RXST pulling to the 20. Sold it on this day, which would have been Thursday. Carvana sold half my position on this day with the big move up. Definitely took some profits. When you get these days where the low isn't even touching the 5-day EMA, take some profits, because then you can have these days like this. So I sold this a lot this day and sold the rest this day. Now it's still holding the 5-day EMA, so technically you could still be in this. But I wanted to take some profits on that big jump. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, if it's going to start back up or fall and close below the 5-day EMA. At that point I would sell. So definitely going to watch Carvana. zoom in, zoom out. See, well, this is what I'm getting afraid of. I wouldn't buy the stock. It's $2 and no dollar volume. But this is what I get afraid of. Stuff like this. Breaks out and then drops. I'm wondering if we're going to hit that type of market. No dollar volume here. Pretty chart, though. Interesting to see what happens with AAOI. Big run. It's pulling back, holding around 770 with the 20 right underneath. I'd like the dollar volume to get higher for me to get more interested. Dollar volume's too low. Just pulling back. It's below the 5, below the 10. I'm just going to watch it. IONQ, that one. This Beazer Homes, I thought this might break out on this day, which was, Wednesday, and then the Thursday sell-off, the Friday sell-off. Now we're holding at the 20. XP, this Thursday it was up, still going. This is a low ADR stock though. It's not going to move a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, it's up 7% in 3 days. Upstart, my darling, bought it here and sold it here. We'll see if it sets up again. MTB, just it's back in this range now. See what happens with it. IMGN. Bought it this day and then sold it on this day. It broke out, had a low, didn't close at the high, and then fell below the 5. And then I sold it here, and then it did this, went all the way down to the 50. Down 6% from when I sold it. GAS, I don't like this setup. Wolf consolidating. It's too low price though, and the dollar volume is too low. But I like the chart pattern. I like the way it looks. Lee, I didn't buy this one today, but I did buy some other car manufacturers. I'm keeping an eye on this guy. This was a big day for GNI. They had some great news that day. I bought it that day on the breakout, and then sold it a few days later. It didn't keep going. Might have been this day I sold it right there. Even though it was still above the 5. I mean, that would have definitely been a sell. So it's just chopping around now. Didn't get much of a run from this breakout. Dollar volume too low. I wouldn't buy this, but just looking at the run. Dollar volume's too low. ADR is too low. That's a pretty setup though. I would probably buy this. See if it broke out just from the pattern, but it doesn't meet the dollar volume criteria. Not a lot of high dollar volume stocks on this list. Just the little garbage stuff still going. Oil stocks have been showing some strength since last week. dollar volume or anything with that. This is a nice day right here. Big volume. Not much today. Day traders just probably got a hold of this for that one day. The pullbacks I'm seeing seem to be holding at the 20-day. That's still pretty strong. Just low dollar volume stocks are the ones that are breaking out. Planeteer, sold this here the day before. Holding the 20. We'll see if this sets up again. I don't like that it's fallen back below this support zone right here. It's now in that lower zone again. It's got to get back above 17 at least to be interesting. SoFi looks like a double top, but holding the 10. See if it can get back above 10. Let's do a alert at 10:05. Nope. Twisted there. Good ADR, high dollar volume stock. SoFi's definitely a good trader. I mean, this run right here was, I would have sold it this day, 42%. NE, still going. Sold this one way too early. ELF has broke below the 5, the 10, and the 20, and the 5 is now below the 10. The 50 RSI is now below, the RSI is now below 50. So if you buy pullbacks, you can maybe watch. It's coming out of the, again, the week's not closed. Might do some consolidation kind of like this area right here. RSI dips below 70, but doesn't really fall below the 10-week moving average and just keeps going. So we'll maybe keep an eye on this setup. It is a low ADR stock, but that is a strong uptrend with strong RSI. Let's just see, right? I think it went above 70 there on this bar this week. What's that? 188%. That'll help. That'll help your account. Again, this is strength when it's above 70 on the weekly. This is one of my favorite things to look for. This is strength. This isn't overbought. This is strength. Let's go back to the daily. Good, nice run. See, I normally wouldn't buy this run. This is the first run out of consolidation. I want to see it, either go a little more or go sideways, and then the second run I would try to catch. RSI weekly is setting up. It's just, it's kind of in this range. I mean, if it has a down day, it's going to fall back into this range. Here and here's the range. Not really interested in hood. SDGR, this one broke here. So Friday on Thursday. Thursday there was, that was the start of the pullback. It had a big down day today too. Breadth really hasn't changed though, as we looked at with situational awareness in the beginning. Open. This could be a pullback. I like how the shortened 531 stotch is coming from oversold and pulling up. Like if I was a pullback trader, I might buy an option or see where this one went. It's in an uptrend, and this could be your opportunity to get in right there. I'm pretty much a breakout trader. That's just how I've made most of my money. I don't really play pullbacks, but I'm trying to kind of, incorporate them in more and get better at it. Let's just flag this one. That's a big consolidation. Disappointing. Spotify breaks out, comes right back. I keep watching the mining stocks. These can run, but they're just this was obviously the start of the run here. 37%. I don't like to set up on ANF. Holds the 20. See what happens. It's getting right to the 20. See if we're going to bounce. XPEV. This is one I bought today. Big move here that week, kind of been consolidating, then kind of breaks out. It's a little early in if it's going to run, but it's been consolidating for a while. Had its chance to pull back in this zone, and now it's moving up. That's on the weekly. Not overbought, in that power zone that I like yet. Today was above average volume. It's been consolidating pretty much for July, and then we had a breakout. Closed outside of this range. It's up in after hours, so I bought this one today. I'm a little shaky on the market, but I did buy this one. ON. I'm going to watch this one tomorrow. Let's put an alert in at 36. Potential pullback here. We're in that short-term stotch pullback area. It's bouncing off the 20. Could be an opportunity for a pullback trade. Again, not usually what I do. CLSK. Weight Watchers. I like the big buy days here. Create an alert. Coin. Was really interested in this day here. Didn't buy it. And then it fell below the 5-day EMA. Was really watching this to see what's going to happen. Mara pulling back. Shop. I don't like trading Shopify. This was the earnings day on Tesla. Another down day, up day. It's below the 5 and the 10 and the 20. Hit the 50 RSI. We'll wait and see if it sets up. This is a very choppy stock. Pass. Yeah, this doesn't look like anything special. That's a break for Dock-in. That's a sell right there. That I would sell that. No dollar volume. Oil and gas, Halliburton. Kind of strong right now. Here's a sim and AI stock, big volume, big down day. AI stocks are getting sold off. It's a rotation out of those. Generac. Watch this one, consolidating, pretty good here. Keep an eye on Generac. Again, it's not in that power zone, not even close. Here, I mean, this is this here. Let's zoom in on this. From that day, that week, to this week. I mean, maybe ducks its head under 70, but this is power. Then over here, consolidates for a couple months, breaks out, pulls back, breaks out again. Sorry, right there. Right there, breaks out again. I mean, this is power. This isn't overbought. This is where a lot of the great, here, what am I at? 163. Let's look at GME real quick. One of the greatest moves of all time. Let me try to get this worked out right. I mean, this run started at, I mean, the volume is big, and it's a $2 stock, which I don't like, but the volume of 300 million? Power RSI right through here. That's not much of a gain, but then here, and then boom. That's the start of the run. You could have gotten GameStop at $7. Sorry, that's wrong. Almost a little under $9. $9 that run started. It went all the way up to 120. All right, where'd we stop off? 165, I think. Okay. If I only traded one indicator, it would be the weekly RSI above 69. Just look at, and dollar volume, you know, above 20 million. If you just did one thing, you'd miss some stocks and some runs, but you can probably make a living just trading that. NEO. Bought NEO today as well. Big volume today. Nice consolidation for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, 7, 8 trading days. I like the setup. Moving up weekly, you know, it's not in a definitive uptrend, which I do like, but this just looks really good to me today. See if we can get up to, you know, 14, 15, and go on a little run here. I liked the volume. NEO XPEV and Cava. I brought CAV. I bought those today. Almost done here on the power stock list. I don't like this. This is a beat up stock. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. Affirm, nothing. Nothing really looking interesting down here at the lower end of the list. Cava, the last stock. Good dollar volume, high ADR. It's an IPO and kind of breaks out here, pulls back, sets this up as support, prior resistance. Kind of 2 tight days, and then boom. I would like to see bigger dollar or bigger volume, but I took this today. Took that trade. Let's check the IPOs. Okay. This is the strongest stock over the last 14 weeks. It's up 323%. Okay, IPOs. This doesn't move at all. Oh, it's a moderate buffer ETF. Not really sure what that is, but it doesn't move. Not going to lose money, not going to make money on that one. Cava we went over. That's the one I bought today. This one has no dollar volume. And that's it. So the buys I made today were Cava, XPEV, and NEO. If you like what I'm doing, just reviewing over my scans and talking about the stocks, please like and subscribe.